Technically, it's a combiner.
Time. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what voodoo doll this is trying to curse. It's cursing the viewers by looking at it.
There was one, and I was just like, "Hey, man, this one right here is he's on break." And
literally, we don't know if it's actually coming out there, but it says mid-April.
Whoo, that's like, yeah.
Now, but it just looks like alternate pipes. What do you think of this thing?
Oh, I hate it.
It seems to be a decent size, honestly.
Does it?
So I guess this is another one to add to the Dark Predaking massacre of 2024.
Honestly, I'm here for it.
Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And before we get into the news, a big shout out to our official sponsor, The Chosen Prime. Go to their website to look for all of your action figure needs. And we also want to give a big shout out to our members. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on and, keeping me on this rather very expensive green screen. We really appreciate it. And an extra special shout out to Richard Grantham, our newest member. We really want to invite you to our family. And with that, why don't we get into the news? We got some interesting things to talk about today.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on, which I think the biggest news, but we did already talk about this with our Live with TM review, so go watch that if you haven't already. But Transformers Masterpiece will be united under Transformers MPG brand. So the boxed text says the MP series will end with this work, meaning MP60, with the release of the 100th model. From now on, the top Transformers brand will be unified to the next generation of top brand, Transformers MPG. So there's a little bit of debate. Does this mean that Masterpiece is going on? Will we get the same scale, just under MPG instead of MP? What does it mean? Quickly, let's go over our views. What do you think it means, Bobby?
I fear that they mean they're going to bring it under one scale. That's what I fear. So Masterpiece will now fall in line with the MPG scale and everything will just be aligned there. That is my fear. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to have two different size under the same name or same thought, whatever you want to call it.
I agree with you, but that's what some people are saying that they're going to do. It's just all going to be MPG. They're going to have the smaller stuff and the bigger stuff, but like you, that doesn't make sense to me. We talked about this again on the live, and I think it makes sense that everything's going smaller.
I mean, it falls in line with what they're doing, and as TM Reviews had pointed out as well, it's going to be more in line with the Chug stuff, which is very disappointing for me.
Yeah. Well, again, it's all speculation. We'll have to wait to see. MPG, is it 8? 9? I don't remember what their numbers are. So we'll have to wait to see after Power Master Prime and see what size that is and what character it is.
Yeah, that might be my first one because I definitely skipped out on the trains.
Well, if it's a Devastator and it looks anything like the trains, I would definitely skip it.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just saying, they don't have a good track record with this MPG line so far, in my opinion.
I'm with you on that. I'm not a fan so far. Hopefully they change.
Well, and this Power Master Prime does look better. It's not a combiner as well. I mean, I guess it is.
It is a combiner.
It's not. But it's not at the same time.
Yeah. Technically, it's a combiner.
Yeah, it's just not 5 bots that come into one, or 6 in the terms of rating. So, well, let us know your thoughts below, and we'd love to interact with you guys. Next is something that's kind of interesting. So John Warden is rejoining the Transformer team as the director of product design. Wasn't this that guy with the glasses?
I don't remember him having glasses. No.
Isn't he didn't have glasses? The one without a beard. Let me put it that way.
No. That's...
No, not John Warden. The guy right now that's the product.
Evan.
Yeah. Isn't he the director of product design?
So I've heard, I don't know any of their titles, but I've heard that him and Mac, I think it is, they're both staying on.
Yeah,
So
they are. Okay. I thought he
yeah,
was replacing him.
no.
So, if you don't know who John Warden was, he worked with the team during Prime Wars and the War for Cybertron trilogy. So that's some pretty good stuff. And his new position, he'll be managing collector segments of both Transformers and GI Joe.
Yes, I actually am hopeful because I actually liked the lines that he worked on. I liked,
I did too.
The Combiner Wars. Matter of fact, that's what brought me back into collecting. Besides the Masterpiece that whenever they came out, but that's what got me back into collecting mainline. So hopefully figures look more like that than what we've been getting.
I completely agree with you, but we'll have to see. But in the meantime, let's talk about TFCon Toronto. So Terry McGovern is going to be there.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
I want to go to Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, I would too, but not for a voice actor.
Not for a voice actor as yeah.
But this is cool. This is cool. I bet people are going to want to talk to him. You know, he's Onslaught. Can't get mad. You can't get mad at Onslaught.
Oh, Wild Rider. That was good for me. Wind Charger. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
I never liked his box head. Let's keep it going. And Transformers 1. So they showed this off at CinemaCon. And the trailer was announced. It's going to come out, I believe, next Thursday. So stay tuned. We'll probably do a breakdown on that. But TFW had a breakdown of what they showed off at CinemaCon. And they said it's an origin story for Prime and Megs, which we kind of already knew. Both are friends and workers who live in the underground. But neither of them can transform. They connect with B to escape upwards. They meet Alicia 1, who turns them in. I guess there's a chase scene. They eventually gain the ability to transform. And it goes on from there. The faces are very human-like. They're less robotic. Cybertron is vibrant and busy. And they're on a quest to find Sentinel Prime in the matrix of leadership.
They didn't transform, but they're known as Transformers.
Well, they gained the ability to transform. That's why they're called Transformers.
So let me think about this. We're all humans, but if we gain the power to do whatever, we're all going to change from being humans to whatever we gain.
If we could all fly, we'd be flyers at the end of the day.
That's okay. It's just all right.
Now, honestly, I hate that. I'm going to be right there with you. Because I think it should be an innate ability of a Cybertronian to transport.
That's what I'm thinking. And then on top of that, they look like humans.
They have very human-like faces
instead of robot faces. Okay, do they gain the robot faces? I mean,
I'm not very optimistic, but who knows? They might, knock one out of the park.
Gosh. I mean, that's like already 2 strikes going in. I'm like, man. And baseball season just started. They're already about to strike out.
So, I was going to say they're going to strike out when you see the designs. So we'll keep talking about this in a little bit, but let's move on to another movie subject that was also announced. So Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover was officially announced. And Dateline, I think, I wrote Deadline, but I think I did that wrong, says that Steven Spielberg is executive producing. So I think this is going to be horrible. Because it has bigwigs. And no, I don't have anything against Steven Spielberg, but when you get people like that don't know anything about Transformers, you get the Michael Bay movies, which are fine in their own right, but they're not what we want. Me and you personally.
Okay. I could see that. I was looking at it more as somebody who's put out great movies and has put out memorable movies, and hopefully this will be a great memorable a movie that's memorable for it being great and not a memorable movie for not being great.
Sure. I know his movies, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'm not a movie person. 100%. I'm not a movie person. I'm not a TV show person. So I don't remember any. Did he do E.T.?
Yes.
Is that one of his movies?
Yes.
Okay, see, I knew one of them. I just feel like it's going to be another Rise of the Beasts. Why can't they just do a Transformers movie with Optimus fighting Megatron? Why do they have to throw all these curveballs into it?
Honestly, the way Rise of the Beast ended with the whole G.I. Joe crossover thing, I'm cool with that. Especially, so this is where it's going to be really, really under the microscope. We have this Energon universe in comics that's going on that's been amazing. And, we have the crossover there. So it's like escalated the expectancy of how this is going to come out. If you derail that, now you have a whole new set of eyes looking at you that it's going to be like, this is terrible. So that's why I'm hoping that by bringing him in, he'll be more in line with, hey, you know what? This is what the people want to see. That's what I'm hoping.
Is he that type of person?
I mean, like I said, his movies have been.
Really I don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
so let us know in the comments if you think Steven Spielberg is good for this movie or bad. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of his movies. So
okay, well, I'll take your word for it, and I would be more optimistic for this than Transformers 1, to be quite honest with you. But we don't know anything about this. Then they're gonna come out with the trailer, and they're gonna say none of the Transformers transform in this movie to be in line with G.I. Joe.
I just want to know if they're gonna do Soundwave with the red heels on, the red bottom.
Well, it's funny that you bring up those red cha-cha dancing heels, because on this show, which is The Masked Singer, they sang about Transformers songs from Transformers Night. Now, this thing is scarier than any horror movie I've seen in a long time. I don't know what's going on with this. I don't know what voodoo doll this is trying to curse. It's cursing the viewers by looking at it. But the Bayverse Prime and Bumblebee in the background make it even... Those are the spirits that are haunting this doll. Anyways, did you watch this show?
So I saw this as I was looking through. I do watch regular news, and this came up, or read regular news, and it came up that The Masked Singer was doing Transformers. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, because they usually have these costumes or whatever. So I thought they were going to be coming out singing the songs as Transformers.
I thought that too. And with that news article, I was actually looking through the news article to find the Transformers costumes.
That's what I was
didn't find any.
And then I saw some of this stuff. I was like, oh, help us. So that's why I put it in the news, because I thought it was going to be them in Transformers. And if they were, I'd go back and watch it. But since they're not going to happen.
All right, well, let's move on to something a little bit more exciting. And there's going to be a Pulse fan stream on April 25th at 11 a.m. and they're Eastern time, and they're going to be showing off Megatron.
I want to be excited. I really want to be excited. I have so many questions, and I'm actually going to say that if it transforms, if it scales with flagship, if they have Frank's voice, I'll put a pre-order in.
What about the price? Because they've been going up in price. What if this is $2,500?
Frank better come with it.
I'm just saying, they keep going up in price, and they do get more complicated. And when we interviewed him, he was talking about all the different motors, and that's all cool. Not
it went from like
knocking the price at all.
20 or 19.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be $2,000. Honestly,
hey, don't put that evil out there. I mean, if we're talking about, similar price to Grimlock, I might get it.
But what if it's $2,000?
I'll put a pre-order in. That doesn't mean
Doesn't mean you're going to get it. Okay. Caveats. So be prepared on April 25th. We'll be showing all that off as well here.
Yes.
Okay. With that, let's get into some stuff that was just announced. Let's go through these first few things kind of quick. First, they showed off the Transformers 1 popcorn bucket, which I know you're going to pick this up since you already got the other popcorn buckets, as well as some new merchandise with a Bumblebee cup and Prime and what's it called? Bumblebee.
That Prime cup looks terrible.
It looks so bad compared to what's it called? The ones you have.
Yeah, the Rise of the Beast, because I actually did get both. I got the truck with the trailer you can fill up, and then the head. This it looks really bad. Really, really bad. The Bumblebee cup looks better.
I just saw the no photography sign in front of his face. That's kind of funny.
That is hilarious.
I am a little worried that Bumblebee's going to look like this, though, in the movie.
You know what?
So,
if Prime looks like that, I have more of a problem if Prime looks like that in the movie.
I think that's because he's a popcorn bucket. He's gonna look like Energon Prime.
That thing looks terrible. The missus is going with me, so if she wants to get popcorn in this thing, or if my kid wants it, cool. But otherwise, I'm skipping on this.
You sure you're saying cool to that when it's $50?
You didn't hear what I said. If they want to get it, then cool. I didn't say I'm paying for it. If they want to get it, my 4-year-old better get a job.
Quick. So let us know if you're excited for these, especially that Optimus Prime. Next, there's a 40th anniversary exhibition in Japan. So they're going to have like a store, and tickets are $8 to $10. It'll be May 10th to June 3rd, and they're going to have t-shirts, keychains, etc., all available, as well as this exclusive clear Bumblebee, which looks fine. Japan likes their completely clear figures, and this looks like an exclusive. So,
can I actually say that I like the way they did this clear? The yellow highlights. There's the black is in there that still breaks up the clearness of everything. It's in good places. I don't like the gray necessarily. The gray looks really cheap in comparison, but the black Chevy sign, in the front, the windows, the stripes, like all that looks really good for a clear figure. And the head on B looks good in this clear with the black, accents.
That's only because you can't see all the movie detailing. But I do think this is better than especially that clear Prime. I forgot. I forgot who is coming out with it.
With the
Metagate.
Metagate?
Yeah, I think it's Metagate. Yeah. I think this does look better than that.
But, yeah, because this is what we were talking about. We wanted to see kind of some other colors in there that would have broke it up. So,
yeah,
good job. Not getting it though.
Yeah, me neither. Next, we have Transformers X Bingo Sports. I almost said Bingo Toys. Bingo Sports collaboration. So this is a heavy retool of Studio Series 92 Ages of Extinction Crosshairs. It is the Night Optimus Prime that turns into a car. Looks like you're going to be picking this up.
I hate the bot. I love the car.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know why they chose this Optimus Prime. Of all the primes they could have chosen, they chose Age of Extinction. Last Night Optimus Prime. Night. Why wouldn't they make it G1 Prime? That would look so much. I mean, I guess the flames and stuff. I don't know. I think this thing looks pretty bad, personally. In bot mode, car mode looks good. I will agree with you there.
If honestly, if this was, well, no, let me stop lying. I was gonna say honestly, if it didn't transform into this and it was just the car, I'd probably get it, but that's a lie. But I do, I just
If it was
noticed
a
that,
Hot Wheel, you might pick it up.
yeah, maybe. But I just noticed that they have the front tires are red and the rear tires are blue. That's kind of cool.
It's so funny you said that because I just noticed that as well, and I think that is a really cool little design.
Yeah, how it goes from the red in the front to the blue in the back. Yeah, yeah,
But that bot mode,
atrocious.
yeah. Next, we got Skybound's comics. We got a 3-page preview. As always, I didn't show preview in here, but we do have the comic covers, and they all look really good. I guess Astro Train's going to be in this. I think I'm on issue 5. But
I just read 7 last night, and it ended like, oh, what's happening next? I need to know. And seeing this is really good. The Astral Train cover might be coming home.
yeah, these are really cool. So let us know what you think below. We already know, I think mostly everybody that read these comics is positive.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very good.
But keeping it with Skybound's series, Funby Studios is making the turbine that Wheeljack built to power the Autobots with the in the dam. I think it was episode 3 or 4. I said it again, issue 3 or 4. And this looks good. This is obviously a 3D model, but it has to. Needs to be like 18 inches tall. Honestly, right? This was huge in the comics, if I remember it correctly. And he also needs to make a little stand that you could rip Wheeljack in half on and put him on. Because remember, he wasn't fully built yet, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, clearly you've read what's the word I'm looking for? You've read these issues not too long ago. I can't even think of the word right now.
I read them when you read them. What? 2 months ago, somewhere around there. I just remember.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, these gray hairs are telling me that I don't remember anything. So, yeah. It looks good though. I don't have anything to put it with. I'm not gonna put it with my comics. So,
yeah, well, and you should still get it. So, DNA Designs did get 500 likes. So, the first edition exclusive gift will be this head.
You know what? I think I like it.
I think this is what we should have gotten in the movie. I think he would have gotten a lot less hate in the movie if he had this head instead of what he had.
I think so too. I still hate the glasses, but I can see them as more like goggles, like Jazz wears or something like that.
And didn't they move in the movie? Am I hallucinating that?
I don't know. You've watched it like 7 times already.
Okay. All right.
I know that was.
I think they went up in the movie. You are 100% correct. Yeah, but this does look better. I will say that.
I think it looks better. That's really cool. I mean, wouldn't make me get the figure, but it makes it look better.
So we've got another Colorverse drop. Here's Gangrene, limited to 300.
So, I was curious. I just saw this prior to recording, and I said, "Didn't they already make that?" And I bought out this, and
there you go.
It's the only difference it seems like is the dark green in the chest, but looks like the wings and stuff are the same.
Well, and the white is obviously green too.
Yeah, but I thought it was the same figure. I can see that it looks like they're just going to basically paint him all.
Um,
It's a little bit different green.
the green is a different green. I will give it to him there.
Yeah. That's more like a ivy, I guess. Or
This, I think it looks more like a neon.
Neon. Yeah, that's
Neon.
So,
yeah.
I don't
So he
know.
does come with the box that he's already falling down in.
And
in the
wait,
promo pictures.
hold on. Even worse.
Yes.
Look by the right leg. The back clip fell off.
I see it.
So this clip right here, if you can see it.
Here, let me solo you. There you go. Show off the clip.
This clip right here has a tendency to break off. So mine that I got at TFCon, after we did a review, my clip broke off. It was stressed, and you can see this is really bad. That clearly in the figure that they're showing off to advertise this figure, same thing happened. So
is that the tail fins?
No, because I can see the little clip piece on that's on.
Okay. I can't see it super clearly, so
yes,
I'll go with what you say.
Yes, that's
so exactly. They really need to. I think if they wanted to do this packaging, they needed to have the whole back in plastic. They set the figure in, and then it goes in like a clamshell type of thing. Because this does not work. I've watched a lot of people talk about it when they ordered it, the one from TFCon, and it was all messed up when they shipped it. They couldn't ship it well. I also saw a lot of broken ones at TFCon. I mean, you returned yours.
I returned
Somebody else had one that they came back into the what's that called? The premium line.
The premium.
There was one snapped in half when they had out to sell.
Right in the premium line. When I was buying it, there was one. I was just like, "Hey, man, this one right here is he's on break," and
literally,
he was literally on break. So yeah, so that's unfortunate. And for them to show that's really bad. I need to go.
Just don't show the packaging right now. Anyways. Let me talk about the figure for a second. I hate it. I hate how monochrome it is. It's so boring. I hated it when they did the 3-pack. When Hasbro did the 3-pack. Didn't get that 3-pack. Saw it on sale for like $40. Still didn't pick up the 3-pack because it's too monochrome. Yeah. So if they change, the white parts on yours that you have, if they made those black, I would pick this up.
So you're talking about
no question.
Thighs.
The thighs, the hands, even like the crotch and the chesticle area. If that was all black, I would probably pick this up as an Acid Storm. But as it is, I hate this.
I don't know.
And now we know the next 3 repaints that they're going to do.
Oh yeah, it's. I don't dig what they're doing because again, it's very close. I'm just tired of Seekers. I mean, I literally have, what did I say, 12, 15 of them? And this one's too close to this one. Again, I still may get it. Don't get me wrong. I still may get it. But as of right now, it's not high priority for, ooh, this is new and exciting.
Well, something you could do is have it in jet mode because this does look kind of cool. I will give it to them. The jet mode looks really nice in all one color, but the bot mode suffers.
Yeah, because honestly, that was something that you picked apart on the Paul and the other one with a different color.
It has the same thing with the tail fins, though, where the red stripe stops at that hinge. I get it. You can't paint the hinge. I understand. But that doesn't mean it looks good. Doesn't mean that's a good design decision. So, well, let us know if you're going to be picking this up. If you're going to be joining the VIP, what's it called? The VIP, TF Source VIP, to make sure you get this for free, because free shipping is now $200 on their site. So
that's ridiculous.
All right, well, let's keep it moving to an actual good repaint. In my opinion, I am biased, and that is King Toys' 5th anniversary, the Devouring the Night Tianping I think that's the Japanese name. This is Firmament, Dark Firmament, and this looks amazing. I can't wait to get this. This one looks the best, honestly, because of the color separation with the silver on his wings, if you ask me.
I don't necessarily like this shot of it, but yeah, there we go. Yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and prepare you, James, if I hadn't told you, or I'll tell everyone as if they do like they did with the gold one, these literally started coming out, I think, like 3 weeks apart.
Yeah. I actually just put in the payment for the first one, just in case that does happen. It's more spaced out. I don't think they're going to be doing the same thing like the first one, just because all of the gold members had prices when they came out. These don't have prices yet.
Did they? Well,
I remember they did. I remember adding it up with you, and they had it when they all had prices.
Okay.
So, I don't know if it's going to be as fast, but it could be. You never know with these companies.
But I think the other thing is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know I pre-ordered them, but did they release before all of them were like shown, or did they all get shown and then they started?
They all got they actually showed the teaser, because I remember I think we did a short on the like a long time ago, and it was the combined mode. They showed off the combined mode first.
So I think I could see them then doing the same thing, waiting until they announce all of them and then show the prices. Oh, you said you just paid the price on it. Okay, so never mind.
Well, I see the price of one already.
Yeah.
The first one has a price and has it again. We don't know if it's actually coming out there, but it says mid-April.
Ooh, that's like, yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's at least a little staggered, but time will tell.
Yeah. Okay. Hurt my wallet. It's okay.
And the bird mode looks really cool too. I'm going to use it as a crow instead of a hawk or eagle or whatever he's supposed to be. Because that just makes sense with this color scheme.
This color scheme breaks it up where you can actually appreciate the different. You can see where the wings and stuff are. I'm there with you. Are you going to even try to combine it?
I'm going to combine it. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. I always transform all of my figures in all of their modes, and then I can see what I like.
Okay.
Except for I don't think I've transformed 2 of them, but that's another story. If you guys want a story time, let me know. It's not a crazy story. And let's keep it going with something that Bobby needs to get, and that is the mask Ramen Toys. Stealth Gooey Gull Wing and Shattered Gull Wing. So now this is something we also talked about with TM reviews, and I think it's needless to say you would buy both of these.
Needless to say, I'm buying both of these. Anything
if they come out.
If they come out. Yeah. I mean, they're asking which one. If I had to pick, I would pick the Shattered Gull Wing, only because the first one they released is red. So
I would agree.
But I
give it more of a difference between the two. Definitely.
Yeah. And I actually think Matte Tracker or whatever they call him looks really good in the purple and black. That outfit is really good. So
with the hints of green, I think it was good.
Yeah. Nemesis Matt.
Let's keep it moving. And we've got the New Age repaints, and they are very boring. So first we have New Age's Sorcerer. Oh no, this is Road Games. And it's what Hasbro did, so no surprise there.
I'm surprised you said boring.
Well, I wanted Mario and Luigi, so anything that's not Mario and Luigi is going to be boring.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. I did forget about that.
Hasbro also did these, so it's like, what's the point? For somebody like me who doesn't collect specifically Legends, what's the point of getting this? I just get Hasbro's. I don't know if they're cheaper at this point, but
missing disc, was it, or something like that? Something disc, wasn't it?
I know, golden disc, probably.
But did you get those?
No, but I don't want them. don't want them. I don't care about this color scheme.
Oh, this looks like a color scheme you would be all on. I thought you would be excited about these.
No,
I like this.
it's not bad. It's not. It's fine. It's just what everybody expected, which always makes me sad.
Oh no, this is Halloween right here.
Yeah. No,
Halloween
the
colors.
red needs to be replaced with green or purple for it to be Halloween.
Oh no, I'm thinking of orange and black. That's
There's too much red though.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I potentially might.
And then we also have Sorcerer, which please let me know in the comments below. I forget what this deco is from, but it just looks like alternate pipes. It looks exactly like pipes, but with the silver chest.
I agree. I shouldn't say if. This 2-pack, I may go ahead and pick this up.
I don't blame you.
This may be my Legends pickup for the month.
Yeah.
I like it. I like these two better than the original two that they came out with. So
I would agree with you there. I was just hoping for something fun, like the animated Wasp and SG Wind Charger. Like that was fun. That was different. That was unique.
Mm-hmm.
This is not.
Well, and they should come out with 2 more. If
they might.
They usually do 6, I think.
I don't, not with Wind Charger. They only came out with 4 of them.
Was it only 4? Okay.
Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. It was
but Sea Spray they came out with 6, I thought.
I thought it was 4.
Okay, I could be wrong.
It was Sea Spray and the red and blue one. And then what's the technical guy called? I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Octo Punch.
Yeah.
See, how do you know it? You hate it. Octo Punch and SGC Spray. That was it.
I thought there was another 2, so I could totally be wrong. I thought they did.
Let us know in the comments below, but I don't remember another 2.
Yeah. But yeah, these 2 might be picked up.
Well, are you going to pick this up as well?
No.
This is Magic Square's Light of Victory MSB 45A. This is a fully painted version. And it looks good. That Matrix Chamber looks really nice. I will give it to him there.
It does look really nice. It's very detailed. I like the breakup of all the colors in there. Looks really good. That does look really good. I have the masterpiece size of these, and it just looks a lot better.
Yeah. I mean, at the scale, I think they'd look the same if you put them next to each other. But yeah, I mean, it looks good for what it is. It's just not my cup of energon.
I don't like the grill, not the grill. I don't like the windows or the side mirrors in the alt mode.
They do look a little small.
They look weird. I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan.
I see that. Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep it moving to some updates. And the first thing is we got this Takara Tomy Karakuri statue, KSO1. It transforms and stuff by itself. It looks good. Yeah, that stand is huge for it, though.
It is very huge. I remember we looked at this a couple of months ago, I believe, and for all the people who don't want to splurge on the Robosin, but we didn't know how much this cost. I don't think there was any pricing.
I didn't see anything, but I could have missed it.
Yeah, but it looks very G1-ish. You know, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I will say I don't like the wide hips because of the bumper, but again, that's like the G1 toy, so I get it.
That's what yeah.
And it's hard to make a transforming figure without that, honestly. So
I mean, here's my G1 here. So.
Now, if it looked, that would have been a lot better and wouldn't have interfered with Robosin if it looked exactly like that, like the old school toy and transformed. I think you would have bought that if they made that.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of VATs, but you get what I'm saying. If it looked like the G1 toy and went up and went down by itself, I think you would have picked that up as well as the Robeson.
Yeah, probably.
So,
and who knows? This might make it as well.
Oh, well, there you go. They might not have lost out on the sale.
Not really.
Next, we've got Fans, Hobbies, Prime, Overlord, and Jetfire. I really like this. I like it when figures can do this type of thing, and this looks really cool. So,
it does look really good, and I don't have that version of Prime, but it looks good
I
together.
got a version of Prime now.
No. I'm good. But all three look good together. I like the way it looks, and again, the Jetfire looks good in the alt mode. It looks really, really good in the alt mode. It's always the bot mode that I didn't like.
Yeah. So it does look good though. So we'll have to see when this releases. I think it's probably going to be releasing kind of soon. Honestly,
I know.
So get your wallet ready, Bobby. You got to get this and the Dark Predator King at the same time.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for it.
Next, we've got the Mini Jinrai by DX9. So one thing I liked is the little Power Master, because that is so tiny, like ridiculously tiny. With this being a Legends figure, it looks really good. And tell me why this alt mode looks about 20 times better than the Masterpiece version that's coming out.
The arms are not there.
That's the whole reason. And look, it even like flips in to cover it. It has a flap to cover that part.
Yeah. You remember, because I was talking about the flap that was on the Masterpiece one, or MPG one, but I think this looks good. Again, this isn't my favorite character to go ahead and splurge on getting a legend size of, but this looks pretty good in this grayscale.
What about in robot mode?
I think it looks good.
I think the MPG actually looks better than this one. Something about the proportions look weird.
The arms are too short in the
same thing with their Chrome Dome. Stay tuned. The legs look strange. They look too big.
Yeah,
the legs both of them.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the legs look too big in the inner bot mode, but they look too small in the combined mode. Maybe it's just me seeing things.
Yeah, I want to see this in color, because color always makes things look a lot better. But yeah, in this, the arms look very small, or short. It looks like, I mean, if you stand up, your arms go past your hips.
Yeah. And the torso looks really short on the bot mode too.
The inner.
Maybe they're going for some stylistic differences. Who knows?
Maybe that's why his arms don't, hang out of the alt mode, because they're short.
Yeah. Next, we've got DB01 Dinosaur Warrior via Meng Motion. So this is not Transart. I have the Transart prototype with the Transart Spider, and then I have the DB01. You could see that they are different between the two. Transart's is a little more human proportioned, while the other one is more like toy proportioned. What do you think of this thing?
Oh, I hate it. the head. So I don't like the mouth, like the whole eyes and the.
I just realized how big his chin is.
Yeah, I don't like any of that. I like the red color. That's pretty much about it. This does not do anything for me. But this is like your character.
Not my favorite. It doesn't look bad. If this thing's like $80, maybe I'll pick it up. Honestly, $80 isn't bad. But I want just Transarts. Sorry, Transart has a track record of putting out good figures, and a few duds. But I think they'll do right with this one. And I actually watched a review, or skimmed through a review, and it was really floppy. But that could have been a review sample. so it could be fine. There's also no listings for this thing anywhere. So I don't know how much it is. If it's even coming out, who knows? This could be just a custom somebody made. Bang Motion usually doesn't get customs, but he could have. I also think the chest is far too wide. But again, I don't remember what the show looks like. This is me going off of what I personally like.
So,
but if they repaint TFCon, I'll pick it up.
If this was, say, well, how much do you think the trans art's going to be?
I think that one's going to be about 100, 120. It's the same size as the Megatron we both got, the Transmetal Megatron. So I think it's going to be the same price as that. Of course, it is skinnier, though, so it could be cheaper.
Oh, okay. Would you get both?
Not in this color scheme.
Okay. If this one was like 60 and...
No, I wouldn't get both no matter what.
Okay.
I don't need to, I like TM Reviews' rule that you need to start following, where he only gets like one of each character. But again, if they repainted this as Rapticon, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. If either trans art of this, buy it as Rapticon, because that's what I want. Blue with chrome green, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But with that, let's get into the incoming. This isn't for you either. We've got Legacy Commander Magmatron. It's out in Asia. So 2005 board members Akhtar, Huvastron, and Linglis went ahead and showed this off. I didn't cancel my pre-order yet, but these aren't hopeful. Beast modes look great. I will give it to them.
Yeah.
But I really don't like those hip skirts. They just stick way too far out for what, $90 figure? Is it $100 or $90? I don't remember. Maybe it's $80. I don't remember the price. Either which way, I feel like those hip skirts, they needed to do something with those. That's very, like I say all the time, lazy.
Yeah. So for me, there's no need for me to keep going in on it. I think I've talked about this enough. I don't like it. It's not my cup of energon. I would agree that the blue dinosaur probably looks the best. The green probably looks the worst to me. But that combined mode looks terrible. The centaur mode looks ridiculous. And so I think you should still get this because this screams James to me. But if you didn't, I would understand you coming over to the black side.
Honestly, I think it looks fine except for those hip skirts. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the hip skirts and if I should get this or not. I probably will end up getting it just because they have spark crystals and I'm a sucker for that. Here's some comparison shots. It seems to be a decent size, honestly.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's supposed to look like.
It's bigger than a leader class, but shorter than Jetfire. I think it's the same price as Jetfire, and with inflation, that seems about right.
I just knew you would absolutely rip this apart on how short it was.
No, I mean, it's still a little bit too expensive, but as far as Hasbro standards, current Hasbro standards, it's fine. It's not like the deluxes. Those deluxes are legend scale nowadays. Not like that Bumblebee and whatnot. This seems like an okay size. No. Honestly, I don't know how big Magmatron's supposed to be. I thought he was supposed to be the same size as Beast Wars Megatron. So having him being bigger and 3 bots, not just one, or 3 dinosaurs, not just one, makes sense to me. That's what I'm basing it off of.
Okay. I mean, you're getting it, not me. But I thought when I saw him next to Jetfire, I was like, oh, he's tiny. James is going to have a field day with this about how tiny it is. But
I think he should. I don't think he's supposed to be the same size as Jetfire. None of the leaders have been as big as commanders have been as big as Jetfire, though.
Yeah. Okay.
This isn't like the Rodimus. The Rodimus was ridiculous.
Well, the Rodimus came with a trailer and everything else like that.
That did nothing.
It did the same thing that Rodimus Prime did.
Yeah, it's useless. That trailer was useless. That's why I didn't buy it, but I wouldn't have bought it anyways. That face was ugly. But let's move into something I think you will be excited for, and that's Fans Toys Viper. We got a few stores saying they're going to be invoicing this in 2 to 3 weeks. So I guess this is another one to add to the Dark Predaking massacre of 2024.
Honestly, I'm here for it. I had a good quarter at work, so you know, I literally got recognized today. I finished number 3 in the country, so I'm okay with that. I'm ready for this, and it looks like Fireflight. That's, you know, all I can say about it. Again, not my favorite. I told you this on when we talked with TM reviews. This is not my favorite out of all of them, but it looks good. I just wanted to know how long it's going to take to get the 5th member. That's really what it's all about, because that's what we need to combine.
You'll be finishing it in what, 2034, if you're lucky.
Yeah, when my daughter goes to college.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little bit past that.
Yeah,
you might have to wait till she gets into grad school.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when I hear about a dead end coming out to complete their Minosaur, then I'll be like really, really excited. This is
you're gonna have to wait for that one until you enter the old folks' home. Yeah, so hopefully they come out soon, but time will tell. So, lastly, Michael Murphy is coming out, and I think this suffers the same proportions in a different way that their Genrai does. The legs are super long, the torso is really short, and the arms on this one, the shoulders are really like long upwards. It just sounds so weird saying that. But it doesn't look bad.
It looks much better in color. And this is what I'm hoping that their Genrai does as well. It looks much better in color. Still not picking it up, but these poses that they have him in hide the, you know, how short his arms are. And in the first photo, it makes it look like his arms are long, and then when he's holding his guns, you can kind of see that they're not that long. But I think this one looks more proportioned than the Genrai does.
I agree with you. I still think it's like maybe the anime looks like that.
It could be,
and that's why they all have these proportions. I don't know. I never watched that anime. Maybe because they're from the same one, right? No,
yes.
They're not.
This is
from they're both from Headmasters, right?
Yeah.
Because Victory was Star Saber, not Genrai. So So then they're both from the same anime. So maybe it's how they drew their characters. I don't know.
Actually, yeah, Genrai was.
Yeah, Genrai was Headmasters.
Yeah, it was Headmaster Junior.
Because Victory was Star Saber. I mean, that's
Master Force. So it is what it is. I mean, I think there's some Legends collectors that are going to be excited for this. And again, I don't know. I think maybe one other company made this. I don't know.
You're right. It might have been Genrai. Might have been Master Force, not Headmasters.
Yeah, I think it was Master Force.
You're right. You're right. I heard you say that. That made me think about how bad of a fan I am. But yes, so I think it was it DX9? They did all the Headmasters.
I thought it was DX9, right? And then this is
Me
DX9.
Too, but they looked very kiddish. Does that make sense? They didn't look like this. They looked like marshmallows.
So DX9 is coming back out with the improved version.
I guess so. Maybe we could be wrong though. I don't know what company it was.
Yeah. But I thought it was. But yeah, because they did like 4 or 5 of them.
They did all of them. They did all. Maybe they did 6. They did the 3 horror cons, or maybe they're not called horror cons. I'm going to call them horror cons. They did the 3 horror cons, and then I think they did all 4. I think they did all 7.
Okay. So yeah, let us know in the comments. I want to say it was DX9. So I didn't collect any of them, so I don't know. Even if I did have them, I wouldn't know. You know,
he should get them. But that's everything we have for you today. Bobby, what should they do?
Please go ahead, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. We really do appreciate it. If you're not a member, there are some perks for our memberships. I mean, again, you get to see our bloopers, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
wait till you see the ones from this from this episode.
Yeah, we have members only lives. We actually have some engagements with. We try to make sure that we stay engaged with our members. But if you're not, subscribing really helps. Make sure to share this video. Definitely appreciate that. Comment below. We love interacting with you guys, and we'll see you next time. I think that's pretty much. And I want to give an apology. I know there was a lot of questions that came on the live with TM reviews, and we got overwhelmed and missed a lot of them. We do apologize. We're going to try to have some more guests on the show, and we will definitely do better next time.
Yeah. So with that being said, stay tuned, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
Yes. As always, till all debates are won. See you later.